Nvidia. We've got to come back this afternoon to talk about Nvidia. It's so interesting what's going on here. I have to bring it to the channel right away here. So we're going to do that. But before we get going, smash that like button, subscribe if you've been with us a while and haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store link in the description as well as the channel bio. We have a hoodie now. Go ahead and check out that hoodie, see if you like it. We also have the sticker shop is now available. This one's going to be going through Redbubble. It's a lot cheaper than what I was able to get with my previous printer. So I've got a sticker specific shop going through Redbubble. Go ahead and check those out as well. But first of all, let's get going. Nvidia had a great showing today. This was fantastic. We came out from underneath the 21 EMA back here in early September. And we've just been bouncing off of it ever since, going higher and higher, including today, where we touched the 5 EMA and moved up off of it. Now, why am I talking about this today? Even though when it seems overextended, when it's reaching highs, when we're not sure it's going to keep going. Why am I talking about it today? Well, that's because of this. This is the options flow for Nvidia just today, filtering out only sweeps, which means that they were buying with urgency that were bought either at or above the bid or ask over $1 million. So every single one of these trades is over $1 million. And this is just from today, meaning that they were buying or selling all of these in a hurry, over $1 million today. There are tens of millions of dollars of flow going through Nvidia today specifically. Now, this doesn't happen every single day, not like this. I've been watching this for a little while. This was an interesting day, to say the least, especially on a day when you'd think you'd see more of this for like something like Tesla. So let's take a look at Tesla. How did Tesla do today? Over $1 million one day today. Nothing. Absolutely nothing for Tesla. Came in over $1 million with urgency. Only Nvidia out of those two. Okay? And this is just today. So why am I bringing this up? So this shows here that big buyers, big institutional buyers are bullish on Nvidia. Now you can see here this details tab right here. Ones that say a B, that's bid. Ones that say an A, that's ask. The ones with a B, those are likely going to be covered calls. The ones with an A, those are likely going to be purchased options, buying calls for going long. Now, you can see here this one for $2.77 million. They sold a covered call at the bid, 1,697 contracts at $16.3 for the premium at a strike of 138. That's very close to the money. This one here, here's another one, $5.85 million. 3,000 over 3,000 contracts. They got paid almost $2,000 for those 3,000 contracts each, 2,000 each, at a strike of 137 when price is currently at 135 almost. They're probably sweating, except they might not be. We'll talk about that in a minute here. Anyways, this is a covered call. This is a very specific covered call. This person here and this one at the top, they really believe that Nvidia is not going to go any higher, but they gave themselves until March for a pullback, which means they're hoping to maybe see one in February, maybe one in the next week or so. Last time I checked on this one, about 20 minutes after it had gone through, they were already up almost $200,000. I would not be surprised at all if this specific contract here, this specific lot here, that seller of covered calls made about 20%, which would be a little over $1 million, and then cut that trade and took their $1 million and walked away after like a day or two. Like, because 137, it's very likely going to go above 137. I'm going to show you why here in a second. So if we go to the 321, March 21st, 2025 is a big theme today. You'll notice these ones with the A, so many of them expiring March 21st, 2025 at prices much higher than they are today. Look at this, 165. We're looking at 166, 195, 189, 89, 88, 88, 187, 187, 186. AA, that means that was bought with real urgency. This was $9 million this morning at 7:36 a.m. Someone with $9 million bought with extreme urgency 15,973 call options for $184 for March 21st, 2025, and they paid $587 per contract on that. That was with urgency. Here's another one. $5 million this morning, 7:35, a 182 call option bought with urgency. That's what that AA means. That means that was above ask. They were paying an extra premium to get their hands on that like right now. 182. Now that doesn't mean that they think that these are going to go to 182 or 180, into the 180s. It really just needs to get into the 140s, 150s, and these things start paying out pretty big, especially if it doesn't in the next month. Keep that in mind. Okay. And then these ones that are covered calls, I mean, honestly, it just needs to um, come back under 30, come back under 130 or even a day or two, and they are making tons of money on those covered calls as well. So both of these strategies are likely to make money if they can wait long enough for it to do so. But you'll notice all these are way higher than current prices right now. All of these options way higher than current prices right now. And the reason I think it's going to go up based on this is that even these ones with the B, right, the ones that are covered calls, aside from the two of them at the very top that are in the 130s, all of the rest of those are significantly higher than today's price, meaning that even people selling covered calls on Nvidia are giving it a significant headroom to go up so that they don't lose money on those covered calls and have to get them called away. They want to keep their shares. They very clearly want to keep their shares. So they're giving tons of headroom for Nvidia to move up and then come back and either come back down or stay up there without hitting their strike and expiring just shy of that 180s range by March. Aside from these two here that are just a little bit degenerate gamblers with multi-million dollar um, uh, multi-million dollar contracts over here, right near the money for Nvidia. We're talking about tons of money here, and they got paid they got paid $2,000 a contract for that versus someone doing even a 190 call for June 20th, 2025, where they only got 880, less than half of what this person sold the 137 calls got. But I don't think they're going to hold that more than a day or two and then drop it because honestly, I don't see it staying there for more than a day or two. Now, let's go look at the chart real quick and what do I see in here? What could be interesting? So if I bring on the drawings here, there's a bit of a rising wedge on smaller time frames. Okay, a bit of a rising wedge right now. So we had a falling wedge and that played out to the upside. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, now we've got a rising wedge into a pennant, which it already came down and hit the 21 on the 30-minute, and it's charging back up again, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this come. Those covered calls are probably sweating right now. They should have closed that out right here when they were $200,000 up in 15 minutes. But on the downside, so what can I see on the downside? If we go, let's actually go down to the dailies because this is already kind of playing out. Ready? This one, oops, let's just get rid of that. Yes, remove it. Let's get rid of this one as well. So we're going to go down to back to the daily. Let's go back to the daily. Okay. We can see that there's a bit of a rising wedge here on the daily. Let me go ahead and draw it out for you real quick. We got this line here, and we've got this line here. Things are compressing there, compressing. And if that breaks to the downside, we could see ourselves quickly coming down to like maybe 107. Probably the line in the sand is going to be 115. If it gets below 115, we're going to go into the 100 single digits on the 100s. I don't necessarily think we're going to get any lower than that because what I am seeing here is potentially a big old cup, right? Big cup right there, that swoopy, right? And if we come down, something like that, right? So let's see what would be the deepest handle we could get on this and still be bullish. See about right there. The deepest we could go on this cup is about 112. And then that cup and handle is invalidated. So we got 115, and it would be like the line in the sand where I'm like, I think it's going to go lower. And then 112 would be like the absolute deepest it could flash down to for this to come out and be a cup and handle to take us higher. If price were to come down to that 115, 112, all of those covered calls are paying out. All these ones with a B, they're paying out, especially these two at the 137, 130 out there, 138, they are paying out. And they'll be closing those. And when they close those, that's going to be bullish. Okay, when they close this out, that's going to be bullish. So basically what I'm saying here is there's a ton of flow coming into Nvidia today. Options flow, tons of bullish flow, some bearish covered call flow, but the covered calls are so far away from the money, showing that they believe the big money believes there's a lot more room to move up before coming down, and they want a nice big runway on their covered calls to ensure that they don't get called away. So anyways, with that said, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you like this type of content and want to see more like it, and have a profitable day.